It is never too late to change your lifestyle to a healthier one. And today we welcome back to the Morning Blend the Healthy You Network. Joining us is John Reed, and he brought with him Howard Lehman, author of Mad Cowboy and No More Bull, and president of Voice for a Viable Future. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So can you, oh, it sounds like you were going to say something.
No?
Oh, I was going to say, can you tell us about some events you have coming up?
Yeah, well, as I've said many times on the show, Healthy You Network is an educational nonprofit that tells people how they can live healthier lives simply by making the right food choices. Mm-hmm. And not only does it benefit their individual health, it benefits the health of other animals by not killing them, and it benefits the planet. The most important thing we've got going on is at 7 o'clock tonight at the Loft Theater. Howard Lyman is going to be talking about what we need to do responsibly for the planet. But before we get to Howard, I just want to mention that we've got two more events coming up. And one is October 23rd at the Loft again. We're going to be showing a film called Speciesism, and we're going to have food vendors, and it's going to be a wonderful celebratory evening. And people need to mark on their calendars also February 15. Again at the Loft, we're going to be showing a film, Cowspiracy, and both these films talk about what the responsible thing is to do if we want a planet that is inhabitable. But as I said, tonight is really, for us, a great night, because Howard Lyman is one of those people who for more than a quarter century has been going around the country and telling people how the nutritional choices they make have incredible effects. And for us at Healthy You Network, having Howard Lyman here is a really special treat.
Mm-hmm. Howard, let's talk about how important is education?
Education, without it, you're probably not going to survive on planet Earth. Very important.
And what are some of the biggest misconceptions that people have?
They think we're going in the right direction.
Yes.
You know, the fact of it is right now, we're having the Earth undergone an event with the weather that is the first time in the history of the world it's being modified by a species. You know, we've had it modified before with things like asteroids or volcanoes, but this is the first time we're modifying weather with a species, and it's the human species. And the fact of it is, if we keep going in the direction we're going, the youngest generation today, when they reach maturity, planet Earth will not be inhabitable for a large section of the human population.
And your title for this evening is Nature Does Not Negotiate. And I would like to know, what inspired you to become an advocate for plant-based lifestyle?
Well, you know, I was a fourth-generation farmer, rancher, feedlot operator, and I thought I'd spend the rest of my life in agriculture. Well, I was paralyzed from the waist down, and I had to reevaluate what I was doing with my life, and I looked at it and said, we were destroying the soil. What I was doing on my farm with chemicals, I was destroying the farm. And so I decided that I'm going to change my life. I'm going to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. And if all of us, you know, the fact of it is 79% of Americans claim to be environmentalists, but both of those are part of the problem. We have to educate people to become part of the solution, not part of the problem.
So how can we become part of the solution? Is it really changing what we eat?
Well, it's changing the way we live.
Okay.
You know,
lifestyle.
Yeah, you know, but look at it right now and they say, well, you know, we need to get rid of fossil fuels. Do you realize that methane, which comes, the majority of it from raising livestock, is 23 times more detrimental than carbon dioxide? How can you do something about it? Not being part of the livestock consuming operation. Don't eat meat, you're well on the way of being part of the solution.
Wow. And can we talk a minute about your book? And what's the central message of your books, such as Mad Cowboy and No More Bull?
Well, the message is we don't need to pass laws. We don't need to go and say, you should do something. what we need to do is look at it and say, I can do something. I can change the way I live. I can change my lifestyle. Not only will it be good for me, healthier, but it'll be good for the animals because we won't be killing them. And most of all, it'll be good for the environment. When I look at my grandchildren, I want to say to them, I've done everything I can do in my life to make this planet inhabitable for you and future generations. I can't do that if I'm part of the problem.
Absolutely.
But when I wrote the book and I said, here's some things that you can do right now. You can do it tomorrow. You don't need to pass a law. You don't need to have somebody say it's okay. Just go out and do the things that you should be doing. Good for you, good for the animals, good for the planet.
Wow. Thank you so much for the passion today. This was such a powerful message. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Oh, it's great always to be here. And as I said, you know, Howard Lyman is one of those people who has spent his life in the last quarter century walking the talk. I mean, and doing what's right with that kind of passion. And as he said, it's simple. We, each of us, can make the right choice. And tonight at the Loft at 7 o'clock, that's going to be the message. And I would encourage people to get there early because we're going to have food vendors too, and people can eat well and then listen to Howard.
Thank you. It's all about setting a good example. Thank you, gentlemen, so much. The Healthy You Network and Howard Lyman have teamed up to bring you a special presentation tonight at 7 o'clock at the Loft Cinema. Admission is free, and you can arrive early for a meet and greet from 5 to 7, featuring local food vendors. To find out more information, you can call 207-7503 or visit healthyyounetwork.org. Coming up next, we chat with a famous film and TV star Jeffrey Tambor about his new show after the break.